Another episode of Horror with Search 30. Um, Before I get into what we're reviewing, I'm going to introduce ourselves. I'm the host, Search 30. Right next to me is James. On the other end is Worst Damn Gamer Ever, aka Chris. Under me is Eric. Next to Eric is Kyle, the Angry Canadian.
Hey.
Please.
But and I'll show you guys what we're reviewing right now. For this exciting episode of Horror with Search 30, tonight we will be reviewing the movie Blood Hook. You heard it correctly, Blood Hook, not mistaken for Blood Lake, the shit show.
The best part about not hearing what those intros are ahead of time.
Yeah,
I know. And you know what's funny is I almost sent one to, I don't remember which one it was, but I almost sent it to you guys. I was like, wait, no. I was like, I can't do that because they have to be just as shocked as anybody that's watching at the time if they're watching one, whenever. But yeah, so let me get this HEMPARITA plug out the way as well. Listen, people, you like to relax and just chill at night, watch a movie. Matter of fact, Tuesdays and Thursdays you watch Horror with Search 30, wherever you can watch the podcast, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all that fun stuff. You want to kick back and just relax. And you might not want to smoke. You might not even be a smoker. But you want that thing, you want almost that feeling. Not as advanced, but you kind of want that feeling. So you get HEMPARITA. You go to ihemparita.com. Use promo code SEARCH30. You save yourself 10%. On top of that, people. Yes, on top of that. You spend $50 or more. You get free shipping. So you get to save 10% and get free shipping. You can't get much better than that. ihemparita.com, promo code SEARCH30. Now let's get into this film. First, I got a question for, this is for James, Chris, and Kyle, just because you guys were on the past few weeks. Do you remember who told us to watch this movie? Because I feel like it was just a few weeks ago, Blood Hook.
Wasn't it King Needgore or Needgore King, whatever it is?
King Jello or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to King Needgore. So what do everybody think? We want to jump? Let's do early ratings. James. And I even have this. Hang on. Because of the freaking mother in the beginning with the damn loons.
Oh.
So how many loons would you give this movie? From Blood Lake, which we know is horrible, to a 10.
No, see, I don't. This is what I see from it. I didn't think it was funny at all. Like, the one
like not even stupid funny.
No, like you. I think because I knew what I was getting into. As soon as I heard this movie, I seen the title and I read the synopsis. I was like, and it said horror comedy. I'm like, okay, I'm going into a shit, show. So I was like, but it was going through it. I mean, it was so like it was long for one. The movie was long, but it was like how they were having the actors, like their characters were like so corny-ish, like so corny. And I'm like, it didn't even make me laugh. Usually that makes me laugh. Like, oh my God, look at this guy right here. Like, what the hell's he talking about? And fucking like the weird shit they're saying. But yeah, I didn't think it was funny. It's better than Blood Lake. It's not that bad. But I think my number it's gonna be 3. I'm low on this one.
And I don't even see 3 as a bad thing, honestly. I guess I'll go next. I'm gonna give this movie. I'll say this: it had fun parts. I chuckled a little bit at this movie. It had a very interesting concept. I wish they could have done it a lot better. But the concept, they were just like missing something in the middle. I'll say, I'm gonna give this movie a 4. It was a little too long than what it needed to be, longer than it needed to be for one. And again, it just didn't have like enough in the middle to really just sit back like, oh shit, like this is a movie that just should have had tons of kills and just like all on screen, all ridiculous with fishing equipment. And that would have fucking blew it out of the water. See what I did there?
No, yeah.
Whoever wants to go next.
I was gonna say I'm in the 4 camp. I agree. You know, the killer wasn't that good at what he did. Like there was a lot of lines thrown, and he didn't catch anything. Like fishing, like everything that sucks about fishing showed up in this movie because there's a lot of time wasted. Okay, and also the kills aren't that like incredible. Like you catch a fish, it's not really that incredible. It's like you pull it in.
Yeah.
You know, you're not hunting it down and slaying it. Like you're yanking a cord and you're pulling it in.
But you got to admit, they made that very dramatic when he was pulling them in.
Yeah. The other thing I was going to say that I would give it a 4 and not like a 2. I think there was a lot of qualities that were decent, like cinematography. Like somebody cared enough about the cinematography, and I think some of the actors did a decent job. Like I would like to see them in a different movie, like in a different environment, but I thought some of them did a decent job.
Okay. It's not a bad take.
So I'll have to agree with that. Like there's a lot of good like plus factors to it, to the film. The soundtrack wasn't bad except for when they were doing those weird effects to kind of like show that it's bothering the old guy or whatever. Like that kind of drove me nuts. So some of the acting was good, yeah. Cinematography was good. It's like the effects on the kills weren't that bad. Some were better than others, but for going into something of this nature with such a stupid concept, it surprised me a little bit. So 3.5, give or take. That's what I'm thinking.
3.5.
Yeah.
All right. See, I'm the oddball. I didn't
Straight
expect,
tens here, eh?
I didn't expect it. I'm not mad at the movie. It's not a great movie, but it's an okay movie. I chuckled as long as it was. At first, I was annoyed because it was such a build, but then I started chuckling at a few things, and then by the end of it, I was finally happy that it concluded, which is usually a bad thing, but at the same time, it worked for this favor because I was happy that they figured out what was going on. I kind of felt bad for the guy too because it really wasn't his fault. He's a victim of war. He's being affected by the frequencies. Stuff like that. Cinematography, was great. And then the cheesiness, I actually I wasn't mad at it. So I'm actually giving this thing a 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah, a little higher. I almost gave it a 5, just because I want to give it a 5, but at the same time, I know it shouldn't be a 5. So I'm just gonna eke it out just a little bit.
But just to one, we have another rating towards the end of the show.
Yeah.
Up or down for any of us. And then 2, I say go with your gut. Whatever you feel you want to give it. But I do agree with you.
We won't judge you.
Not at all. Now, if you said that about Blood Lake, I might just kick you off the show for the rest of the night. You'd be in timeout.
Yeah, no.
Put you backstage for a little bit till you think about what you did and bring you back. Ask you if you can.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I liked it a little bit more than I thought I would, and I think I liked it a little bit too much, which is kind of concerning to myself. I think my mind is a little bit too far open at this point in time.
You know what this movie is? And this could be a good and a bad thing. It could be a good thing because, again, like I work from home. So this is one of those type of movies where you can give it like a watch, listen, and catch like everything. But it's a bad thing if it's date night with you and your significant other and you're sitting down on the couch and you put this shit on. Let's just say you cockblocked yourself. Why would you put this stupid shit on? You knew I wasn't going to like this.
She falls asleep in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No, dude, like Kyle said, though, every time he cast, like, you didn't know who it was at the beginning. You just saw the gloves or whatnot and that ominous music. And then when it did hit the person, at first it was pretty accurate. And it did hit the music. And it hit the person. And it hooked them. And they're shocked. And them trying to get it off. And then their pain. And then the slight blood. And then you're just...
to get it off.
I was like this, man. I was on the sofa like this. I was like, not for nothing, this should be a lot easier, but
yeah,
ah. It's like,
I
God,
feel
that
that.
would suck.
I got some of that.
It's just weird to me because every time they land on them, they just like grab it with their hand and they're just holding it, going
Yeah,
just
yeah,
rocking
yeah,
back and
yeah.
forth.
Yeah, I mean, but the time, the prosthetics, they had to be careful. They only had 1 or 2 takes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like the ear scene, like you could clearly see that they just wrinkled some stuff over his ear and
He's
smoothed
holding
it
his
out
hand.
and was like, "Oh yeah, this is his ear in his hand." They tried not to turn that way, but then the director's like, "No,
Okay.
we gotta get the shot."
Like immediately.
Okay, so let's talk about his fishing skills. Okay, so the one girl when she's hitting that down thing, that wherever that fucking machine's coming down, he's in the lake in the boat, getting mad slow, getting ready to cast. She's sitting at the edge. Come on, just staring at him, staring at him. If she took one step back,
Time out.
You're safe. You're
Time
safe,
out.
lady.
Let's take it 15 steps back when she could have ran up the fucking same stairs she fucking came down.
That's right. He's on a boat in the middle of a lake.
You come running down the stairs with a big ass boom box. You sit down. This guy hooks you. You get the hook off of you. And you don't go up the stairs. You wait for the thing that moves at 0.35 miles an hour.
Exactly.
That's just laziness.
Now I get that could be a funny part. That's where the comedy come in. They're like, "Yo, we're gonna do this shit. People are gonna laugh at this."
But
I
what
just sit and I was like, "What the fuck?"
What would have made that part funny though, James, is if she said it. Like, I could just take the stairs, but I'm too lazy. I'm gonna take this instead. As corny, as cheesy as that would be, it would have worked for this type of film, and that would have made that part better, in my opinion.
Yep. And then either or, whether she was halfway up the stairs or if the thing would have actually came down just fast enough, she got on it, was up, she thought she was safe, and then next thing you know, it cuts to the hook in her shoulder and he yanks her away off screen, and it's moves to the next scene, you know what I mean?
That would have been very, very interesting.
It's like, whoo, that resolve you got from that tense moment. Whew, and then all of a sudden, she's gone off screen and then their next scene.
But I do have a question. Or go ahead, James. I'll remember my question.
I was going to say, like, another thing I think I would actually laugh if they actually were serious trying to make this really funny. Like, at the end, you don't see the killer at all. You just keep seeing the casting, the line coming.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the end, it's like a fucking giant fish at the shore, fishing humans.
Yeah, what the hell? It would have been like a big muskie because that's what they're going for.
Yeah, that's what talking about. Fucking.
That would have been so ridiculous but funny. So fucking ridiculous but so fucking funny. But I have a question for you, Eric, because I've asked these guys this. I've completely forgot their answer. But my question for you is, who got you into horror? And who or what got you into horror? And then, like, what's the one movie you remember growing up as a kid that scared you, if any?
So I've been addicted to like horror stuff since being a young kid. I think it was that book series, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Great series.
And it was banned. Like, I couldn't read it. Like, they took it away. They said, you can't read this book. It gives you nightmares. And that like made me want to like double down and read it even more.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I can't have it, so I need it. So I needed to go get it. And then in high school, I got to go to the local haunted house, and that like changed my life. Like going to the local haunted house. I actually ended up working in it for a couple summers, or a couple like summer into fall.
Yeah.
Best job I've ever had in my life. Just if you can work in a haunted house, you should work in a haunted house because you just scare drunk people like all night. And you get to act crazy. You get to act, however you want to do it. There's drunk people coming in. There's drunk people coming in and you just scare them. So that kind of got me into horror. Yeah. In terms of movies, like what's a good scary movie? Like, there's not one that stands out to me. Like every horror movie has its own thing going on. Even if it's a bad horror movie, it's really enjoyable to watch. So.
I beg to differ, man. I got a movie that's not enjoyable to watch at all.
Is that the Blood Lake?
It's actually, you know what? I have an open challenge for you. I challenged my guests last night, which I'll tell you guys about that in a minute, to watch this film. It is on Tubi. And let us know what you think about it. Like your honest opinions.
Oh, sure, it's horrid.
Yep. That's exactly what you're going to do is go to sleep. If you have kids, you need them to go to sleep, put Blood Lake on. They will go to sleep. Use that as a punishment. Like, listen, did you clean your room? Yes. If you're lying, you're going to watch Blood Lake. Okay, I'm going to go clean it right now.
That's how bad. Because I watched Bloody Nun last week, and that blew. That was like, I was like, what? Like, how
No,
did this?
that's better.
If that's better, then I don't want to watch Blood Lake.
I'll tell you, like, to me, Bloody Nun is way better. That's one, and two, Bloody Nun, as much sense as it didn't make, it made more sense than Blood Lake.
Huh? That's hard
Yeah.
to do.
It's
Hard to do.
you'll see.
All right.
This right here, what we're doing now, and I say this all the time when we bring up Blood Lake, is a better movie than what Blood Lake is, and this isn't even a movie. This is way better. Better actors,
Hey, buddy.
way better cameras, but I won't knock them on the cameras. Those in the 80s.
Shot on video.
Yeah.
It was watching this was weird because the scenery in this movie reminded me of the Terrified Forest where I worked at the haunted house. Like
Nice.
there were scenes in there that looked like the haunted house.
I got like the dock scene, I'll say, at night, the dock scene at night. I almost got a Friday the 13th kind of vibe. Hey, bark,
Yeah.
bark.
Podcast dog.
What's up, man?
Did he like the movie?
He probably he didn't like it. Get out of here, man.
He loves fish.
In his bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Please tell him this is garbage.
What's it?
James, is this something you'd have your sister watch?
No.
Not bad enough.
No, because to me this is so cheesy. They made it to be bad. Now, if they were trying to make this like a masterpiece, then that's when you're like, okay, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? You actually thought this was good?
What's good, Doomsday? This is a trauma film, so that's basically how they are anyway.
Yeah.
Like that's just, you know what I mean? Like that's their thing or whatever. So it fit in that category, but I do agree
Exactly.
it could have been better. It could have been better, but I didn't hate it. Like,
Yeah.
would I watch it again? Probably not. Only if I had to, you know, something like this. That's the only way I would watch this again. But
See, the Bloody Nun made me laugh more.
that was funny though.
Yeah.
I'll say this though. This was way better than Rise of the Mummy as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
I think I'll give it
I'll
on
give
that
you that.
score.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely have to
Agreed.
agree with you.
Agreed. Fucking.
Which it's not like it's a hard thing to argue against.
It's not.
either.
It's not.
I wish it was. Like I can't wait to get to he just picked that dog up with one arm like it's nothing. That's impressive.
That's his baby.
He's being pesky. He's like, you can't do the podcast. You got to pay attention to me.
Multitasking. This
Being
is
pesky, man.
Look at him. He's like, this plan backfired. I didn't want to be on camera this long.
Yeah, you're in Canada.
His ears are back. He's like, oh, shit. Is this going to end up on that show with the little brown guy?
Yep.
America's Funniest Home Videos. Let me not do anything funny.
It's funny how animals are. Like they'll be all happy and excited, like kids. You put them in front of a camera, they just sit there like fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be here. You here now?
He's chilling though. He's chilling.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There was some,
This movie is also known as Musky Madness.
Musky
Okay.
man.
Yeah, that was the original title due to the name of the contest or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's an actual like yearly thing that city that they filmed at does, so they just kind of like use it as their backdrop.
Now, why didn't they put more of that? Excuse me. Similar to Jaws into the film as far as the contest going on? Because remember how the one guy was saying there's murders going on, we want to solve this. And he was like, you know, we have all these people coming in for the Muskies, similar to July 4th for, you know, Jaws, everybody coming to the beach. Neither one of them wanted to shut anything down. And then basically like apologizes later in the movie, like I fucked up. Like, motherfucker, you should have listened the first time.
That
I like
fixed
the
everything.
guy.
There's no bodies though. There's no bodies.
Like, come on,
Right.
man. It's been 17 years. And, dude, we only got 4 people on the force, and they want us to do foot patrols. Like, come on.
I love the guy. I think it was Wayne, the crazy guy Wayne. He runs up with a gun, like to shoot him, and they're like, oh, take care of Wayne, and they're just like, oh, a little bit of musky madness for you there. Like this happens every year. Someone rushes the stage with a gun every year.
But they did say that earlier, or the tour guide girl or whoever it was basically told people kind of go crazy here sometimes. It's really weird, but people start attacking other people for their fish and all that crap.
Yeah.
So they do set like a little bit of a precedence for it. But
I mean, shit, the prize was for the biggest fish was $5,000, which is in 1986. That's a good chunk of change. Shit, in
hell yeah,
2021, I would love to have $5,000 fucking sitting right here, right now. Yeah. Who wouldn't? Even if you're rich. Well, shit, $5,000 just fell out of the sky into my lap.
I did like the part where that guy cheated and put a pipe down the fucking fish's throat.
Seriously.
Was he killing people to feed to fish, or was he just killing people because he was totally nuts?
Yeah, he went crazy. He kills them, then he's like, "Fuck, I kill them." So he grinds them up and he feeds them to the minnows.
Yeah, okay. The devil's note or whatever it is was making them because it played in the bullet in his head.
Yeah,
and that was so cheap.
He had to do something with it, so it's like, hey, let's feed the fish to chum.
He started growling and shit like he was going to turn like Hulk out. Turn into like some beast or something. He's like, his voice got like really deep. I'm like, okay, what's he gonna do? He's gonna transform or something? No, he's just holding his head, rocking back and forth.
And you can't even
agony for him.
You can't even like say that they should have did more to help him in the movie, because in that time, like even in not outside of movies, like in real life, as far as with mental things going on, people are just like they either ignored it or they just threw you in a room basically.
Yep.
Like he was just ignored. I mean, it's not funny, but again, 80s with this. And I'm just, because it was just crazy. It was like, what gets him off is fucking cicadas and loud noises.
Right.
Of all things.
I like
the vibrations hitting the metal plate.
It's like, take his ass somewhere else then, where there's no cicadas.
Well, I don't think it happened ever before, because like the guy says, 17 years. Oh, wait, no, it was 5 years, right? They were looking for somebody else too or something?
I don't remember. I know his grandfather was gone for 17.
Was it that long?
Yeah. Yeah, because remember when the guy was talking about, I believe it was the sheriff, he was like, there was only one murder here 17 years ago. And the kid was like, yeah, my grandfather.
But how did the grandfather die? He didn't get a lure to him, right? Didn't he? I thought he had a heart attack. Like the cicadas are going. He was like, oh, then he just fell off the dock. I didn't see nothing like hit him.
Water. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of a mystery. Yeah.
I was like, he didn't get murdered. Motherfucker had a heart attack and he fell in the lake and he disappeared. No one found him.
Yeah. It wasn't really clear. It was just kind of like this really bad thing happened, and then it said 17 years later, here's a bunch of kids drinking in their truck.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah, they could have. That's one of those things they could have left out because they really didn't explain shit with that at all. No, nothing. They just threw it in there, throw it in there. Like, oh.
Right.
It was one of those lines where they had like a whole storyline to go around that made sense and took everything out and just forgot the first sentence. It just went with it. Like, fuck it, we already recorded the movie. Just fuck it, just put it out there. I'm not doing this shit again.
With the time period and everything, it gave me a Stranger Things vibe. Like, it's like Stranger Things took this look and they just copied it,
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
There's a lot of similarities. Like, I'm looking at their pictures on IMDb, and I'm just getting like, Stranger Things ripped off this time period, which is 1968.
Yes, because they ripped off something that actually happened. A decade.
A decade, right. Right.
God damn it, who's suing Netflix this time?
I want a backstory of the conspiracy guy. I can't remember his name, but the guy with the beard, who basically figured it all out about the cicadas and stuff, and was so nonchalantly like, "Oh yeah, I could have told you that."
I would love to be one of those know-it-all guys. I should just act like it. Something, I figured it out. Oh, I could have told you that.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just ask me? I asked you 10 frickin' times.
I wasn't listening. I didn't understand the question. What'd you say?
That guy's name.
You didn't word it properly. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Okay, I take it back. There was a part I did laugh. It was at the end. I like how he was like going about to kill him. Then he heard the sirens. And he did that like Benny Hill shit. He was like, ooh. He just dropped his weapon and ran.
Yo, he had time to psych people up.
Yeah.
He just
He's
waited
like,
so
"Ooh."
damn long to get the knife. I was like, what are you doing, man? If you want to kill these people, just kill them. Stop playing around.
Yeah, nothing was stopping him from, like, slitting a few throats on his way out the door. Come on.
Not at all.
Like, oh shit, there's sirens in the sirens out in the distance there. Let me just
I
leave
came to
these
my
two
senses
witnesses.
and I realized what I was doing was bad, and which I couldn't stop myself from doing before. But I was conscious enough to realize that I was doing bad. I hated it the whole time.
Jesus Christ.
He did that all in one breath.
This one broke you, dude.
I'm saying
You just saw it on like this level.
He did. This is definitely the movie that Chris really enjoyed more than the rest of us, like he did mention earlier. But we all have one of those films.
Was he on mushrooms while he was watching this?
no.
Okay, just making sure.
It was like 3:30 in the morning. I had just got done with the podcast with Sturdy, and then was having a conversation with the girlfriend, and then I was like, all right, what am I gonna do? I can't sleep, so I put the movie on.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
The sun came up, and I was not mad. It's one of those things. So I may have been delirious.
This is quite the wheel.
Oh yeah, and we're adding more to this.
And subgenres or subcategories.
I wanted to watch.
God help us.
Please be something crazy. Looks like it's last. Oh nope, The Unholy from 19.
The Other Unholy.
Holy
Ooh.
shit. We just put this on there.
Yeah,
we did.
I put this on here because I was hoping there'd be titties in it.
And it's on Tubi, so we can actually share the Tubi link to everybody now.
Yes, I'll put it in the description too for this next episode.
Fuck yeah, that means more people can come and hang out with us and talk shit or talk greatness about the film, depending on how they saw it, or if they were up really late watching it.
This movie, man, Prime was the only one that had the fucking thing, and $6. $6 There's like 2021 movies. They want $2.99, and these motherfuckers are gonna charge $6.
So we heard Sturdy was going to get this.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you what, movie things. I'll say this right now. We'll review your whole horror catalog if you pay us. I'll just stick with just your horror catalog. But you also have to give us. I mean, you got to give us the access to watch it too. That's number one, and then you got to pay us. If not, we're gonna just be jumping around. But yeah, what I was gonna say though, James, to defend that, it was $6, but it was for a week instead of just for 2 days.
No matter. You don't need this for. Well, actually, you do need a week. The movie is really long. You need a week to break it up.
Oh man!
Almost 2 hours for a trauma film that is not like a trauma film.
Exactly.
It's a lot.
A lot. Like they could have cut out the fucking kid just sitting on holding his knee. I don't know what to do with life.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, man.
He was thinking, James. He was having a breakdown. That's the word. Supposed to have sympathy for him, James.
Okay,
let's talk. Okay, let's talk about this.
That's the
scene.
opposite.
Here's this scene. So all the other things, the cicadas go off. The dude loses his mind, and he kills the person automatically right there. They're dead. He puts like a rope through their chin, drags them.
Yeah, like fish.
Chops them up. But some reason, this girl, he catches her. He puts her in the fridge alive. Let's just sit there. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
I'm like, sure. Why not? But then they got that game plan. The dude's in the lake, ready to do it, save his girlfriend. But then he decides not to, and it's morning. That bitch could have been dead already because you didn't play that radio. How you know she's still alive? Like,
Okay.
Because he knows she's so annoying as a girlfriend, she was going to talk his ear off the whole time. Like she did, that she got stuffed in the fridge.
he was like, listen, shut the fuck up.
Evil recognize evil.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus.
But
I like,
nuts. I'm like, what the fuck?
I like that he had to like train to be a better fisherman.
Yeah.
Challenge him to like, you know what? This guy's fished his whole life. I'm gonna beat him in his own game. And I'm gonna blood hook his face.
That entire scene was fucked up though. Buddy, the old dude comes up to him with the shotgun. He's like, "Just take my piece," and like end this.
Right.
And he's like, no, I'm not ready. And he's like, Van Cleese, and hence my name. I haven't earned it yet. Don't call me that.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's a fucking name. You just, just take the gun, get it done and over with. No, you have to fucking have a fish off against each other. Like, come on.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But I laughed at it. I was just like,
Dude, yeah.
this makes no
Right.
sense.
I like the kids who showed up for the U-Haul rental camper, and proceeded to become orphans because both their parents were murdered over the course of the trip.
Speaking of parents, that mother was awful with the little toddler. That's a horrible mother.
Oh, just leaves him to go jog.
Yeah, left him in the backyard in that little swing thing. And then
Oh yeah.
Mama's got to be happy too.
when she's laying down working out, just let this little motherfucker play in the water. Nope, not paying attention to him at all. She'll look over at him a little bit, then go back to doing what she's doing. She only got up when he was screaming.
The second that she came back from her run with the other guys, like she started defending herself immediately. She's like, "Oh, he loves it out here. It's fine."
Yeah.
Like, what's gonna happen out here that won't happen inside? The guys are just like looking at each other, like, "Why the fuck are you doing this?"
It would have been funny if you would have came back and there would have been a bear just holding the baby and shaking her head at the mother like,
Dumb motherfucker.
I thought for sure when I learned that the conspiracy guy was her husband, I thought for sure there was going to be a confrontation between him and the guy who I'm assuming slept with her, like she cheated on her husband with that fisherman, the other fisherman kid. I thought for sure there was going to be some kind of confrontation, and they missed a golden opportunity there.
Yeah, it's just too bad that they didn't put enough effort and enough time into this to push it past 2 hours.
Yeah, they didn't have to push past 2 hours. They could just threw more shit in the middle.
It's true.
Right.
Cut down some scenes and just threw some more
They
shit.
definitely could have made this better. This is a fishing horror. This is going to be Henry's new favorite movie.
He's not gonna be. He'll enjoy it maybe, but he's not gonna be crazy about this one. Like he didn't, believe it or not, he didn't finish Bloody Nun. He loved. He said the priest was like his favorite character, but he's like, I couldn't get through it.
You know what he would like though? He would like Bloody Hook 2 on ice.
There's
The sequel
that
we were
true?
talking about. Yes,
Oh,
we're
God.
gonna write a sequel to this.
Nice.
But he clearly made it away at the end. Those two kids are orphans. They could be the main characters.
Yep.
They're looking for revenge. They know that this guy's still hanging around, but they stuck around or they came back during wintertime. And then there's the ice fishing derby going on.
He left. He went up north.
Oh, he went
Like
up north.
Alaska or something, ice fishing.
Oh, okay.
They
I
found
see. I
his
see what
ass.
you're. You know what? That's a little more plausible.
Yeah.
They tracked him up to Alaska where they're having the. I don't know. I can't say musky madness because it's a different area, but
Right.
Why Alaska though? Why not just Canada?
Alaskan trout or some shit.
yeah, he could do Canada, but I think that's just too close.
Yeah, but then you can be in the movie. He's gonna hang out with you.
Well, then how the hell did it take these two kids 30 some odd years to freaking track this guy down?
You're gonna be one of the kids.
That's fair.
I mean, I just want to see a hook come out of a toilet and catch somebody. I thought that was going to happen at some point, but it did not.
Speaking of toilets,
That is one giant fucking lure, though.
It is.
Buddy.
It was a fucking huge ass though. I did like when he was sharpening on the boat though, just chilling. Looks up for a second, looks back down, just sharpening the hooks.
Yeah.
Fuck, just
No, I can't complain. Like I said,
I know you're about to give it a 5, Chris. You might as well just do it. Just do it.
It's okay. We're here for you. We support you and your decision.
So I'm just trying to. I'm like, does it really deserve it? Does it even really deserve a 4.5? But at the same time, I can't stop smiling. So as much as I know it sucked, it still wasn't that bad, especially compared
They
to
did a good
Blood
job
Lake,
with
that mummy shit.
They did a good job with the mood of the whole thing. Like everything felt. I think it's because of the cinematography and the location. Like they actually had a location on like Bloody Nun, which was like you could tell they weren't where they said they were.
You mean a whorehouse?
Yeah, like just some rent. Just
That
some
place was way
Airbnb.
too clean to be a whorehouse, right?
Yeah, it's just some Airbnb. Like it's just some thing. Yeah, but it's like it fit. Like it looked like a horror movie to me. It just wasn't. It wasn't there. Like it was like I don't know. Kindergartners wrote it.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what's funny about that?
I
Though?
can see that. They're like, yeah, well, we'll make the hook really, really big.
Yeah,
The really big
yeah,
and it can
exactly.
catch people.
And
But
you
when
got
he
the
full
one
catching
sick
it, it
kid
looks
who's
like a
like,
normal
yeah, and then when
size.
he throws the hook, it's gonna slice off his ear, and everybody just looked at him like,
Taking
Yeah.
all right, but we're putting that in, but
The giant, that
cut the
giant
by
no fat
yourself
only
disclaimer
took
on
the
him.
ear, but it landed on someone else's chest, and it was like tearing his whole chest apart where he couldn't get it off.
Mhm.
But it hits that dude inside the head, and it only took the ear. That's it.
Yeah,
Right.
it ripped off more of his face.
And for something that big, it has to be heavy. It would knock his fucking ass out if it hit him inside the head.
That would have been hilarious. That would have been fucking hilarious. It was. I'll say this, people, go check it out at least once if you could find it.
Definitely hard to find.
No,
Yeah.
definitely.
Took us what 2 days until we figured out like it was on
Yeah.
Prime
Yeah.
for sale or for rental.
I wasn't
ones
renting it.
were like, we could literally not find it at all. And I was about to be like, oh shit, we gotta just fucking spin the wheel or do something.
I had to mirror my phone on my TV to watch it because the link you sent me with the download.
Hmm.
I was like, if it didn't work, there's no way I was gonna rent this. I was like, hey guys, I can't make it. I'm not buying that shit.
Oh, you could have did it right on your computer though, James.
Yeah,
That's what I
true.
did.
Yeah, I could have. You're right. I don't think about that. I only use my computer for this. I don't think about using it for other shit.
It had good bones. That's the thing. Like, the concept was terrible. The hook, like, you can't reel a human being in.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like the rest of it was good. Like, they had the pieces there. I think the actors did a decent job. I thought most of them, at least.
Yeah.
Like, I believe they
definitely could have made this bigger. They could have made this like a fucking just a killer fisherman. Like he has a tackle box. It's not just a giant lord. He's killing you like different ways. Like
Right.
You know what? I got one more Blood Lake thing. This is what Blood Lake was trying to do. Because you had the one fisherman that they were fucking with in the beginning of the movie. This is what they were going for. And I don't know what the fuck they did. They went in the opposite direction.
I haven't seen Blood Lake, but I feel like from what I'm hearing that it hurt you.
It did.
Oh,
made me angry.
every single day he has to say something negative about it.
I don't know why either. You know what it is too, Kyle? It's because
I think he needs therapy.
Like 3 days ago, like me and Aaron weren't we weren't talking that day. Then all of a sudden my phone rang at like 3 a.m. and it was him going, "Fuck Blood Lake." Like, what the hell is this?
I was just making sure you were safe.
Like I'm afraid to watch it, not because it's a scary movie, but because of the aftermath of seeing it.
I still say
it's the only movie that made me mad.
Yeah.
Go watch Rise of the Mummy and you'll be fine.
Okay.
It's better than that. Rise of the Mummy's terrible, but it's better than Blood Lake. I've never seen anything close to that bad.
I don't agree with Aaron on that one. His voice flipped around.
I mean,
the ending is terrible. I will admit, yes, the ending is fucking terrible. But that Mummy movie was just pure trash.
Is it like Birdemic? Have you seen Birdemic?
I have not, but
okay, Birdemic's bad. You should add it to the wheel. You don't have it.
Oh yeah. I remember somebody told me about that like a couple years ago, I believe.
All right,
there's that one, then the Sand movie, and there's a lot of like random nonsense out there.
And then there's Troll 2. There's a movie called Trolls, and there's a movie called Troll 2. And Troll 2 I watched because one of my friends out west showed it to me, and he said, "You got to watch this. It's terrible." And it was in fact terrible.
No, it is.
That's the one with Sonny Bono, right?
Where the kid's peeing on the table. Oh yeah, we gotta watch that.
I didn't mind the first Trolls, but part 2, yeah, that was bad.
Or
I'm pretty sure that's on the wheel.
Kyle, send me a message for Troll 2 and Birdemic, please, and then I'll put them on tomorrow, just so I don't forget.
Yeah, Troll 2 is terrible. Oh my god.
That one I think may be on the wheel, but I'm not 100% sure, so that's why I'll just...
I'm pretty sure Troll 2 is on the wheel because I think last week we came close to landing on it and had a bit of a panic attack.
Yeah.
But Birdemic I definitely have not seen on there.
So I just remembered this because when we watched Birdemic, I actually tweeted at the main actor of Birdemic, and he was so excited that I like tweeted at him. Like he was super excited about it that we were watching
He
it.
was like, "You actually watched the movie?"
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I was in it.
But no, I never heard this movie. I never.
I feel like I've heard of it, but I just don't. I never thought to watch it, or probably forgot. But now,
it's horror too. That's the thing. It's considered. I would consider it horror. It's in the same vein. So
it works for me. It definitely works for me. Not proud of it, but you know,
we have very low standards.
I want to know how it compares to Blood Lake. If Blood Lake is as bad, like Birdemic is my gauge. Like if Birdemic and Blood Lake are similar, then I can be like, okay, I know where it's at.
I think I've never seen Birdemic, but Blood Lake is going to be worse.
Okay.
Blood Lake has me questioning reality. That's how bad that movie was. Like, does this shit even really happen? Is this real? And it is.
Right.
But twice.
It's like, wait.
And then I think, what was the other movie I watched? There's a movie called Zombie Ass, which is just it's an unbelievable movie. I wouldn't say it's bad in the typical sense that a movie is bad. Like you would think like poor acting, poor whatever. It's a whole thing. Like you'd have to see the trailer for it.
Zombie Ass.
It's an Asian. It's like I think it's a Japanese film. Right here.
You want to message that one to me, Kyle? I'll throw that on the wheel as well.
Oh God.
The subline of it is Toilet of the Dead.
Oh man!
That definitely.
Sorry,
that sounds like something we watch.
Oh man!
When I saw this podcast, I saw you guys were watching Midsummer, which I really want to watch Midsummer, and I was like, okay, cool, this is cool shit. And then I saw Bloody Nun, and I watched it. I'm like, Bloody Nun is not on the same level as Midsummer. What is this? What are these guys doing?
Now you see.
Yeah. It could be shitty movies, great movies.
But for me, see now with the wheel, because we have it for another show called Popcorn and Pints, but it just makes things more entertaining because it's like, you're always gonna be watching the same shit over and over and over, and you're gonna be doing like the same movie reviews as every other horror podcast. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying it's like just want to add a little flavor to it. Just switch it up. Yeah, mix it up. And I mean, the majority of those movies I haven't seen, which makes it even better. So it's like, okay, I'm seeing something for the first time. I'm either never going to watch it again or I'll eventually watch it again.
Yeah.
But at least you gave it a shot, right?
And I don't regret, even Blood Lake, I don't regret watching it. I don't want to erase it from my memory only because if I erase it from my memory, guess what? I'm fucking watch it again.
No.
So, yeah.
I probably would have never found it ever. And I still would have been fine. My life probably would have been better.
Well, Chris, I told you you watched it because of the podcast. I was telling you about it.
I know.
So it's not your fault.
I'm just saying, that's how bad it is. Like,
it was bad.
Yeah, but you know what? Ever since I watched it, things have gotten a whole hell of a lot better for me and my family. So maybe you're wrong. Maybe I should just turn around and give this thing a 10.
Maybe what it was you just seen how bad life can get, Blood Lake movie, and you're just like, you know what? It's time for me to change.
It just opened my eyes to all the positives in life.
It's
like, damn, at some point, this was the best somebody could do.
Right.
I could do better.
Yeah.
And that's fuck. I don't have it up here, but the Kevin Smith book. Shit, where is it? I can't find it. Anyways, I read that like once a year. It's just like his life story is just so ridiculous. It's like, just like some fat kid who grew up like poor, and then all of a sudden just like, I'm gonna fucking make a movie. He does it, and look what happened. Like, and just like it's ridiculous. It's I think the subtitle is like how I got lucky, or I don't do shit and I got really lucky, or something of that nature. Like anybody else can do it, and just like, at least give it a shot.
Check that out. Clerks, the Clerks movies, right? I've seen the first two.
The third one's gonna come. Well, I think they're working on it. They just did a table read the other day. I think yesterday. But I'm excited for that.
I'll probably watch that. Like, I only watched the other ones once, maybe twice if they were on TV or something if I was somewhere. But it's something I never just wanted to like throw on. Like, oh shit, I gotta watch these movies.
Yeah, like the first one, it's a bit of an acquired taste. With your range in what you watch, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. There's a lot of great jokes in it, a lot of stupid shit in it too, but a lot of good stuff. But the second one is just fantastic. It's probably like the best Kevin Smith film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clerks too. I even saw Mallrats.
Yeah, Mallrats. I was never like a huge fan of, but it was okay.
Yeah.
Kyle, add Chopping Mall too. I've been meaning to watch that movie for a long time. I don't remember if it's on the list.
Chopping Mall?
Yeah. I've never seen it, and I probably have it on. I have it on one of my like lists, like in the queue. I just don't remember what app it was on.
So people get stuck in a mall.
I'm pretty sure it's on
gonna be a
Tubi.
Either way, that's the one I want to check out.
Yeah, I still like. I'm trying to convince myself of points that were bad in this to make it drop points. I can't.
You don't have, but you don't have to. Like, if
I'm trying to. Like, I'm actively trying to, because I know it's not. I know it's not that good of a movie. I know if I told other people, "Yo, go see this movie," it's not one of those movies that you're gonna be like, "Oh my god," but just go see this movie. They're gonna think I'm crazy and backhand you after they see me next time.
I'll say this though:
it's not gonna be as hard as Blood Lake though.
You watched that movie probably at the perfect time for you. For whatever reason, it was just like, okay, you're relaxed, you're chilling, you don't have nothing to do. Like you said, you watch at 3 a.m, so it's like you're just relaxed, laying down, chilling. You throw this on, and it's something you don't really have to like. Again, like I was saying when I was watching this when I was working, you don't have to like sit there and like really watch it and like maybe pause it and rewind because you miss some shit because it's so deep.
It's true. Yeah.
No, I was in this shit, dude. Headphones on. The girlfriend woke up, thought I was crazy, like looking at the screen, like, what is this dude watching? Why is this big ass hook thing flying on the screen? Like, I'm sitting here on the floor, same spot, headphones, just like, ooh, 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 that hook sucks. Oh.
And that's why, because you were in, and I feel like doing it like that, correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of brings you back to your childhood again. When you're watching horror movies downstairs low, so your parents can't hear if they weren't allowed to watch them, and it's like it almost feels better doing it that way or with the headphones on for you in your case, Chris. But you were just doing it so you wouldn't wake your woman up. But just doing it with the headphones on, like you're being sneaky with it, and like it's you're not supposed to be doing it. That's why you probably enjoyed this movie more. And don't tell me I'm wrong. I'm right. That whole damn spiel I just said, he didn't even hear me.
I did. What are you talking about? I can tell you you're wrong if I want to.
What
Part of it is true. Part of it is true. I was fully immersed because of the 7.1 headset. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's not a sponsor.
No, well, it's Sony PlayStation official.
But
you
it can
sponsor us if you want. So.
Yeah, you can be. Not one.
You should upgrade me to the new pulsers because these shits are awesome.
Just the quiet, awkward pause, like, "Hey,
Chris,
come on, give me free shit. Let's go."
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
I asked nicely, and I'm smiling.
Yeah, that works. That works. We probably got to use. We should have probably did this when we were reviewing like Midsommar or something or Hereditary. Not this. This is Sony work. This is like Dollar Tree headphones.
Weird.
Oh man, and the funny thing is, like, I didn't hate this movie at all. When I watched, like I said earlier, when I watch it again, no, I'm still gonna stick with my 4. But it's not. I say throw it on when you throw this movie on when you have to do laundry and you want background noise. Throw this movie on when you're playing like a board game with your significant other and you want background noise, or when you're just laying down watching TV trying to fall asleep and you don't really need to pay attention to something. Throw this movie on. That's
playing that new Contra game on your phone. You need something in the background.
Yeah, watching Pornhub on your phone. You need something in the background so you don't wake anybody else up with excitement.
Yeah, I'm with it because the build is so long that honestly, if you distract yourself for a little bit, come back to it, it's easy to fill the gaps on what happened or what didn't happen. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. You watch for 10 minutes and you're right back to
Exactly. Like I said, I had this movie playing. Friday. I wasn't really paying attention to it Friday, and then so I really watched it today. And honestly, for most of it, I was glancing at my phone for a lot of it. Not most of it. I was eating soup, but I wasn't really like paying attention to the screen. But I knew what was going on. Probably pay attention more. I did pay attention more than I did the last time, but it was just like I didn't need to at all. I really didn't need to at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think where that turns out as a bad thing for us is when you have to review something because there's not really too much you can really say about it and dive into, and even twist it and make it funny. Like even with a fucking movie like Midsommar, as serious as that was, we made that episode hilarious just by making the movie funny in certain ways, and weird ways and shit. Great movie, by the way. But this wasn't. It wasn't one of those movies to where it was either so great to where you have a great conversation about it, or so bad to where you have a fun conversation about it. It was like right there, not even in the middle, and it was just because it just didn't have enough story in between to really.
Mhm.
4 is not a bad rating at all. 4 can be a really good movie. Just like it's a 4. I only watched this once, but I enjoyed my whole. I had a great time with it. But this was on the other side of the 4. It's a 4. It was all right, fun watch. Chris really enjoyed it, and I'm happy that he did.
Yeah, I was shocked.
I'm just waiting for him to raise that number, though.
He's gone.
I'm probably gonna leave it right there.
All right, let's jump into final ratings then. And Kyle, why don't you kick this one off?
Well, you know what? How about we start with Chris? Because what were you at originally? Was it 4.75? 4.5? You know what? If I drop mine down half, will you raise yours up to 5?
No.
Come on. Come on. I want to see.
I appreciate you trying to offer up a half point.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stick with 3.5 then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm staying right at the 4.5. Like I said, I think it's enough of a split that it warrants being justified right on that 5 belt.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my 3. It's like I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. It was like dragging and boring to me.
Yeah.
So like part of me was like a 2. Like before the podcast started, but I was like, no, it's better than a 2. I was like, but yeah, I can't go any higher than that. So can't do it.
I'm not mad at that though, man.
Yeah, no.
What about you, man?
I'm staying at 4. I think just it isn't a 2. I agree. It's not terrible. It's not painful to watch. It just drags. So it's like, yeah, I'll go do something. But yeah, there were some good parts. And I think that's what you were seeing. So.
If they would have shortened it by like 10, 15 minutes, I think it would have been a 5, 5.5 because it would have kept the pace a little bit quicker, and I probably would have enjoyed it even more.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, this is one of those films, again, where it's like they have, okay, we're going to do this movie. It has to be an hour and a half, and you have all this time, but you don't have enough ideas or enough story to really carry that hour and a half. Because this honestly could have been, I'll say maybe a 5, 5.5, like Chris said, if it was like a 45-minute short.
Yeah.
With just all the good scenes in it. And that would have told the same exact story. Just with all the good scenes in it, have a little bit of, what happened to the guy or whatever, why he's fucking crazy. You don't even have to have that backstory of that. Because they the same anyway.
It ultimately doesn't matter why he went like cicadas or vibrations or whatever. It doesn't matter. He's just nuts. He's collecting dead people under his dock.
He is.
Yeah.
I think it would have been cool when the kid saw the helmet and saw the bullet hole if it would have like flashed back to the situation and showing him get shot and then showing him on the table and then fucking him like wrapped up and then back to here so that you can make the correlation later. Oh shit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's quite a bit they could have done to make this into a good or a really decent movie at the very least. But this is one of those, you throw it on one time and that's it. Like, I know I won't go back to this movie, even though I had to play in the background twice. I wouldn't go back to this movie unless I had to do a podcast on it for whatever reason. Other than that, nah.
One and done.
Again, a movie I never would have watched ever, probably. Whether it was I went looking for it or not, you know what I mean? Probably never would have found it.
Before we bounce, though, guys, I want to pull this video up. I'm going to put us all backstage, pull this video up. It's an Indiegogo thing from last night. The movie that they are doing is called Ourselves. And I have all the links in the comments up above or down below, wherever you're watching it from. I'm not sure where they're at. But let me just pull this up and put us backstage, like I said, and then I'll
Did you see
play
him
this.
kill people?
Hang on. Hold up. I messed up, guys. My bad.
We're doing so good.
He put himself backstage now.
Did they ever catch him?
I'm multi-international award-winning filmmaker Tara Rule.
My name is Ratisha Jeter. I am a filmmaker and also an award-winning actress.
Our previous films have won awards worldwide, including the Global Shorts Award, which is judged by the same people who judge the Oscars.
Ourselves is best described as Hereditary meets Get Out. We're going to take you on a disturbing visual journey. This is a horror story that has psychological thriller elements. It's a true story about me growing up in front of a serial killer. He tormented myself and my family for years because I knew his secret. Despite finding over a dozen bodies under his house, he has still not been caught. Our film has an amazing cast and crew, including having star appearances from people who have appeared on Ozark, Cobra Kai, and Lionsgate's films, as well as America's Next Top Model and Deadliest Catch.
Our cinematographer has won over 100 awards and is absolutely phenomenal. For this film, we will be utilizing the top of the line equipment, including the Red Komodo. We have some amazing perks, including you actually being in the film.
This is your chance to star in the film. You'll also receive the star treatment that goes along with it. And on top of all of this, you'll also receive IMDb credit.
We are going to shoot for this being completed by this spring.
With your help, we can make that happen.
So join us here on our Indiegogo. Be part of the biggest independent horror film this year.
Wepa.
That looks cool.
So
I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued.
Oh, me too. I already freaking backed it today.
Nice. He's getting
Went
in
back
that
to
movie.
Blu-ray.
He's gonna
But,
be holding his coffee mug in the background.
Yeah, he always wants. That's what he called for. He keeps
Oh,
mentioning
you heard that, didn't you? You heard that. Yes, sir. So I'm sending them mugs. You know?
Nice.
Good stuff, man.
But yeah, man, like I said, their links are in the description up top or down below. But that's crazy. Like, based on a true story, fucking right across the street from her, and she was saying how she told her parents and they didn't believe her.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just, I mean, it's
Wild.
she was basically saying, like, you know, she's seen people going into the house but never come out. But I mean,
I want to know, what did she mention the serial killer's name?
maybe in the movie, maybe in the film,
Yeah.
I'm really curious who it is.
but it's
Yeah. Looks good.
it might be, I mean, maybe you can find out if you go to their website, the Ourselves website. But again, it's right in the description.
Yeah,
Check that out, or the Indiegogo. Maybe it'll say something.
I'll definitely check that out.
Instagram, but it took place in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Nice.
So I mean, it's not going to narrow it down a ton, but it'll at least narrow it down to literally one city and one state.
Right.
That. But I guess we can wrap this one up, gentlemen. Do you got anything you want to, Chris? You still didn't make it. Where'd he go?
I'm here. My camera's just being awkward.
So,
I kicked it by mistake.
You want to tell people, lovely people, where they can find you?
Catch me on Facebook at WorstDamnGamer, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, WorstDamnGamerEver. Yeah, I do tons of stuff. Got tons of content.
Kyle, James, do you think Chris will actually make a thing, a thing, so I can pull it on screen by next episode, like he said last episode?
No,
Nope.
maybe a month, maybe a month and a half from now, but I still doubt that.
Oh, Kyle's just throwing it out there. I think you're
This
gonna do
guy.
shit.
I'm giving him a good timeline to get something decent done, right?
Ah,
Still not going to happen.
I have it literally sitting on my computer. I'm just an idiot and forget to send it.
How about you, Eric? Got anything you want to plug, man?
So I have a comic book out with Crude Comics.
Nice.
It's a small indie comic company. I have a comic that I've been working on for a couple of years. Actually, it's called Seed of Sam, and it's the story of sperm as they try to find and impregnate an egg, and so they adventure through the vagina, through the cervix, through the uterus. It's really ridiculous. It's kind of like Osmosis Jones meets like, what's that one movie? Knocked Up. So it's kind of like that kind of story. It was really fun. Like when I had this idea a long time ago, I told my dad it, and he's like, "This sounds like a sick perverted fantasy." And he kind of was like,
"It's coming true."
And then the publishers were like, "This is a sick perverted fantasy. This is great. We love it."
That's awesome.
So that's at crudecomicsinc.com. It's called Seed of Sam. Issues 1 and 2 are out, and there's 6 issues total.
Holy shit! I want to read that.
Dude. Yeah, and I can post. I don't know if there's a chat or anything, but I can post.
Yeah, man, there is a chat. If it doesn't let you chat, or in the chat where you can read on the right, there is a private chat in this thing. If you put it in there, I can copy and paste it into the actual comments.
I think it's there.
There you go.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, and then I just have my own website. I do commissions and stuff, like comic book commissions at dabudoodles.com.
That's awesome.
I'm on Twitter endlessly. I like live on Twitter.
Copy. You don't mind if I put your name out there, do you?
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, maybe forward him to Dreams to see if maybe he can help him with that one cartoon design he was trying to work on.
Oh, great idea, Chris.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. Let's see. I'll send it to the group chat, Chris. I'll do that right now before I forget.
Yes, sir.
And then you could type in the rest because I don't remember what you said.
That works.
So I guess for me, So Good It's Scary on Facebook and Instagram. Basically, just come on in. If you got something you're promoting that's horror related, post it in there. On the Facebook, and tag me on Instagram, and I will try to share it as best as I can. Because sometimes Instagram doesn't like to work on my phone, and I just recently got it to work again. On that note, also, if you have not seen the movie Unlisted Owner, it is currently on sale from makeflix.com. $9.99 for a DVD, and I believe it's $12.99 for Blu-rays right now. They're clearing them out. So get it while you can. They will be out of print.
Oh, I might have to grab one then. I've been holding off. I think now's the time to grab one. You're going to have to message me that website, Kyle, because I don't remember what you just said. Holy shit. I guess it's my turn, huh? Well, fuck. Oh, okay. I'm going to put this in the comments first.
Please.
Oh, I just realized it uses our fucking, it's using our name for the private chat, which makes sense. Got it.
Buddy.
That's all.
Relaxing. It's dog.
Okay. So, every Tuesday night, Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, you can find us right here on Horror Research 30, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. It's live. You can also find us on Saturdays, 9 o'clock Eastern Time on Popcorn and Pints, where we do movie reviews as well, just non-horror movies, and we're in the background discussing some shows, like TV shows, sitcoms, but they have to be completed sitcoms. So yeah, go check out Stories from a Bar. It's a great, amazing podcast. Anybody who can listen to podcasts, you can listen to that. And if you want to follow him on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, there's all his things right there on the screen. Deep Focus Cinema, Facebook and YouTube. Another amazing movie podcast. Fucking, our co-host Ibrahim from Popcorn and Pints, how deep he gets on that and nerds out for these movies. It's like him and then like another him on there. And it's just real interesting to watch and listen to the conversations. So definitely go check those out as well. And click those links that I sent out. Click those links in the description. Thank you guys for coming and kicking it with us.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I didn't forget about the whole contest thing. I'm just going to push it to Thursday. So Thursday is going to be all contest related. So yeah, tune in Thursday. Spin the wheel for that.
Be there or lose.
Yes. Still have time to enter the contest, people. How do you enter? You go watch the episode from last Thursday, the Omen episode. And I will tell you in there the instructions and what you got to do and all that other stuff. It's very simple. But go watch that episode and find out. And you still have until Thursday. I'll say 7 o'clock p.m. No, that's too soon. That doesn't give me enough time. You have till midnight Wednesday. So 12 a.m. Thursday, that's the cutoff. 12 a.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, Eastern Standard Time. So yeah. But that being said, people, again, thank you guys for joining us. We had a great time. Eric, thanks for joining us tonight, man.
Thanks, man.
Definitely hope you come on again. And hopefully next time you come on, we have an actual really good movie.
I'll watch Birdemic or the other one. Zombie Ass is terrible. But it's great. It's really great, but it's terrible.
Would you watch Zombie Ass? Would you watch either one of those movies again? Like if you weren't reviewing them, just to watch them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It traumatized my family. I think last time I watched one of them. But yeah.
I'm very intrigued in watching both of these movies. I'm almost hoping they're like back-to-back weeks.
All right, I got to bounce too.
Right.
It's cool, man. Have a good one.
Nice meeting you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
See you later.
Yep. Now there's 4 of us. This many, Chris. This many.
Oh, I was trying to point to the leave button for him. He was searching around the screen. I was like,
it was just kind of like,
it's over there, dude.
I was going to help him too. I was going to hit him.
It would have been funny. We all just go.
just put him out. Like,
you could have made it easy for me. You could have just
I was going for it, but he found it by the time I was going for it. That's a fun one, though. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
All right. So next week or next Thursday, this Thursday, Jesus Christ, I'm off with the dates. The Unholy. So that was that weird fucking one that we picked up because after we watched the other Unholy, right?
Mm-hmm. That was another one by, I think Need Gore said it. Somebody said it. Or no, I put it.
No, we found it on, you had mentioned it and then I had pulled it up on Tubi and we read the premise and then we all agreed that we had to throw it on there.
Mm-hmm. I know a big thing of it was I said it's from the 80s, so there has to be titties in it. So that was a big. Let's see how good it is. I have a feeling it's going to be better than the newer one. I don't remember what I rated the newer one. I feel like I gave it like a mid rating ish.
I don't remember what I gave.
I think I gave it a 6 or 7. Maybe.
Son of a
bitch. Yeah, I think so too.
They pulled it off of fucking Canadian Tubi.
They don't have it on Canadian Tubi?
No, that's fine. I got the. Let's see here.
Do all of you do homework and read synapses?
Sometimes, like because majority of the time I have to do the Cinema HD, the jailbreak.
Gotcha.
And so when you find a movie and you click on it,
that's fine. I'll just get it from.
It tells you
Google
what
Play.
it's about when you're about to click and search for the links.
Yeah, I don't look at it.
I do sometimes, not all the time.
No, I dive right in. I'm like, all right, here we go.
So did you guys watch that Ghostbusters trailer today?
Yeah,
I have not.
No.
I was going to.
Let's not spoil
I
it,
didn't
Kyle.
like
I want to
it.
know what you thought of it. I want to know. What you,
I'm there. I'm ready for it.
I'm with you. Like
I'm here. Just bring it on.
and what
No,
I
I'm
like
looking
about
forward
it
to watching that movie.
what I like about it, it's like they're kind of going with that kind of a little darker route and less comedy with it. I mean, yes, there's a bunch of shitty CGI, but fuck it, you deal with it now. But it's
Then all the nostalgia factor on top of everything, and it's just blended in so freaking well.
Mhm.
And it's like, yeah, I'm ready for it. Like, yeah, we've waited what 2 years for this to come out now. At this point, it's been done.
Yeah.
something like that. Something
A year
like
and a
that.
half, 2 years. But yeah, like, come on, November now. I gotta wait till freaking November. At least that extends our holiday season. So
And a great man was born in November. I'm just telling you guys.
Who's that?
You're looking at him.
like, you didn't see that one coming. Come on.
Who's that?
I wouldn't have asked.
But damn,
He
yeah,
said he did say great. I mean, come on.
you're right. I'm sorry. Amazing.
Well, my son's born in November, and he's not a great man. So
Yeah, my girl's in November as well. So
He's a great man.
no, I said she's in November as well.
Gotcha.
God.
But yeah, I did watch it, Kyle. I enjoyed it. Like I got to go back to it. I also have to. Speaking of trailers, I have to rewatch Candyman a few times. Both of them, those trailers, because I'm fucking ecstatic for that movie to come out.
yeah.
Actually, not next month. And
Now that I haven't heard anything about it, but they're technically doing like a reboot / sequel.
they
right?
called it a spiritual sequel.
Yeah.
I really don't know
So
what it means.
now is this based off just the first one, or is it based off the series? Like, are they just going back to basics? Like
They just
everything
swapped
else has?
between 1 and 2 for 1 and
I
2.
think it's from the first. From what I know, I think it's from the first, and then they just kind of carry on with the story from that. Because I know the new guy, the new main character in the movie, he is supposed to be the baby from the fire that Elena saves, Anthony.
Oh, okay.
So then there's somehow they're gonna tie it in. You know, don't know how yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, because it wasn't originally bloodline related, or like
I really don't remember. Like
I haven't watched it in a while, so that's
same.
my issue.
No,
but
it wasn't bloodline related though. I don't. No.
The hell am I thinking of? Because wasn't she like a descendant of Daniel Robitaille, which is the Candyman's name? And the only reason I remember that is because my fucking gym teacher had the same name.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. I gotta really need to go back and watch it.
Yeah, it's been a long time for me.
It's been a few years for me, a couple years for me, but it's something I need to go back and watch just because it's been maybe a year or two.
Yeah.
But you know what it is about the Candyman movie, which I need to throw that on the wheel just because it's one. Can you put that in the thing too in our
Of course.
group? Because Candyman's one of those films. To me, it's very fucking well done. Like it's a great fucking film. But I think because of what it touches on, maybe it's not as popular as some of the other films. And that's one of those movies to where I know they had some gory scenes and bloody scenes, but if they only had like one of those, I wouldn't have been mad because the story was done so fucking good.
No, I completely agree. Yeah, I definitely want to revisit that.
It's just like, what the fuck? Like, it's just, that's the iconic voice of, like, I would like him to narrate my life. I'd be scared as shit if I have to walk with him, but it'd be so fucking cool at the same time.
Well, sure. Like everything he is in. Like I watched those Saw ripoff movies the other day that I was talking to you guys about. Like, are you scared now or are you scared too? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Todd is in the second one. Clearly, they did not pay him much because they just sat him in a room and he just had some dialogue. But he fucking did that dialogue so well. The dialogue itself was shitty, but the way that he threw it out there was just perfection. He's so good. He's so good.
I was gonna say, just with that being said, I can picture his voice being the voice of the real Saw movies, because he has that voice. Even if he wasn't in the actual movies, they never showed his face, but he has that voice where it's just like obviously we all know it, but it's also like that. Oh shit, something's about to fucking go down.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, definitely. Same thing. Final Destination. Like when they run into him there, like he's technically the voice of death, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it's just like, holy fuck.
Him being your parent, just telling, like, he wouldn't even have to yell at you. Just do that fucking voice. You just know some shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Get beat with a black and yellow belt, looking like a bumblebee.
And it's funny if I follow him on social media, like because we're so used to like this dark perception of him, like everything that he does is just like evil or next to evil or whatever it is.
Probably a
But like
hilarious.
he's always like his social medias, he's always sharing like art, street art, like all sorts of like very vivid, bright, beautiful stuff. And you would not expect that from a guy like that.
Yeah, just from the yeah, I get what you're saying. Just from the film, the way he's portrayed in the film.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's such a good fucking movie.
Or like Danny Trejo had the same thing, right? It was always like he's got like the always the prisoner, or always like the biker, or this like always like the tough guy, and then he started doing like the kids movies and shit like that, and then he was like he's the nice janitor in Halloween. Like he just like he's got so many levels, but just looking at him, if you don't know who he is, you're gonna think he's just some badass dude that probably get cast as a bad guy.
Yep, you're right. I will say though, he is a tough guy in a lot of his films, and then he always has like a big heart at some point. There's always that one person that he just really looks out for, and it's always. But the good thing about it too is like it's always somebody that's like weak, like not even just like, you know what I mean, just like broken. I don't even like physically weak, just like broken down or whatever at the time mentally, like just out of it, and he's just
Yeah, and then when that mentally ill person broke out of Haddonfield, they just took him with them, or took him out on the way.
Took him out on the way, drowned him, hit him with the TV and drowned him, right?
Oh God, yeah, that was terrible. I was like upset the first time that I saw that. I'm like, oh, right on, Danny Trejo's doing something good. Like, he's a good guy. He's gonna help. Michael Myers is gonna let him be, but no, just beat the shit out of him and drowned him.
And usually I root for the bad guy in like every horror movie. I'm not gonna lie though, people. I always root for the black and brown people though. I have to. Never make it out of the damn film, but I'm still gonna be rooting for him. Shout out to Reckless Veggie because he made it out. Friday 13th Part 5. But
damn enchiladas.
Damn enchiladas. That was his brother Demon. Oh baby, oh baby. Singing out in the fucking shit box is gross. Oh man, that is such a great film. I love it. But I guess we can get this one wrapped up though, guys.
Like agreed, because I do have to go. I've got some stuff to do. But this was a great evening. I had a lot of fun, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Same here. Throw this up one last time for those that are still here or that are tuning in late or whatever the case may be. Now that it's the end of the episode, you really want to relax, you should definitely take some HEMPARITA right now. If you didn't take it before the episode, you would definitely want to take it right now and just go to IHEMPARITA.com, spend over $50, free shipping. Use promo code SURS30. Guess what? 10% off. Promo code SURS30, IHEMPARITA.com, and it's right in the description. If you don't want to type it in, click the link in the description, and boom, get your stuff, get that HEMPARITA. And as always, people, I'll see you in your nightmares. HEMPARITA! Go get some.